It is a month after President Cyril Ramaphosa led his family from South Africa to Uganda for his son's traditional wedding ceremony. A Ugandan couple left Kampala to Robben Island in South Africa to have the first wedding performed in the prison garrison chapel where Nelson Mandela used to pray during his 27 years imprisonment. Although couples travel to Robben Island every Valentine's Day for a mass wedding, New Vision TV traces the love journey of the Kisembos who went beyond and were wedded inside the chapel.
Today I, Ronex Tendo Kisembo,
give myself to you, Joyce
Joyce Nalukoma,
in marriage.
I
promise to encourage and inspire you, to laugh and to cry with you, to comfort and cuddle you. I promise to love you in good times, also in the bad times.
There's nothing beautiful in this world like getting married to the love of your life. But there is nothing more beautiful than being the first couple to exchange vows in a chapel where the legendary Nelson Mandela used to pray during his 27 years imprisonment. This Ugandan couple, Ronix and Joy Kisembo, are the first to be wedded in the prison garrison chapel at Robben Island in South Africa by Pastor Dennis Howard on 9th September 2018.
Are you going to set me free? I'm not quite sure what is going to happen because
the idea to have the wedding on such an historical island like Robben Island began in May this year during the groom's visit to Cape Town.
When I was taken through the history of Robben Island, something just triggered my mind, and I realized that yes, most of the prisoners that were sentenced on Robben Island were sent there on a life sentence. And here we were planning our wedding ceremony, and this marriage as an institution is a lifelong engagement. So I just decided immediately to inquire from management on Robben Island whether it was possible for us to be allowed to have our wedding on that beautiful island, given its history. And surprisingly, the answer I received immediately was a no, because it had never happened.
This rejection did not stop a man who wanted to spend the rest of his life with his 7 years fiancée. He persisted and finally got a reply from Robben Island management.
I was told by management of Robben Island to come and put my request in writing, submit a proposal to Robben Island management, and also justify to them what this means if they permitted us to have the wedding conducted on the island for the very first time.
He secretly wrote the proposal and submitted it to Robben Island management. In a few months, the Kisembos were given a green light to make history and have their wedding where Nelson Mandela used to pray from, Garrison Chapel.
Father God, we thank you, Lord, for this opportunity, time that we can spend and share. As we present these two before you, Lord, as they have shared rings, we want to commit their lives and their hearts to you. We're going to sign the register. Inside the register, the wedding is over. And in it being over, Lord, we pray that your grace, presence, spirit be sufficient for them here this day.
For Joy Kisembo, the last thing she ever thought about was to fly to South Africa for her wedding, even though she expected something special to happen on her wedding day.
Had promised to do something special for me on my wedding. So I didn't actually think he would do that, not until he told me that on 9th September 2018, we will have to go to Robben Island for our wedding. So that is how it all began.
The material and logistical challenges were enormous for Ronix, an East African integration activist, and Joy, who offers catering services in Kampala. But the wedding date was set and nothing was going to stop them. The journey to South Africa for the Kisembos was, however, filled with surprises. The couple flew together with their best man and matron aboard Ethiopia Airlines. While on the plane, they were surprised with a to-be-married treat from the airlines. Surprise after surprise followed, and on the big day, Joy walked her way through Cape Town in her wedding gown as people cheered on to the boat that sailed them to Robben Island. She walked down the aisle in the company of a guardian. And the vows were exchanged.
I,
Tendo,
Ronex,
Kisembo,
do
solemnly declare before all present here today.
declare before all present today.
Do you take this woman to be your wife?
Yes, I do.
So God help me. The lady.
So God help me.
I was saying that for you. I, Joyce Nakuluma, so declare you all present here today. To all present here today. Do you so declare? So God help me. Let us kneel together.
The Kisembos are the first couple to be wedded inside Garrison Chapel. Usually, couples travel to Robben Island every Valentine's Day for a mass wedding, but they don't fit inside because its capacity accommodates not more than 30 people. I am Robben Island for New Vision TV.